Our goal is to tackle the real-world security challenges of the 21st century from your local community all the way up to the global stage. We focus on the boundary of security, policy, and cutting-edge technology to find solutions that work. As part of our mission, these ongoing GPC conferences are USF's signature events, gathering the world's top strategic thinkers, leaders, and security experts to equip military, civilian leaders, and thought leaders with deep understanding of the complex challenges facing the U.S. in the current era of the great power competition. Now, here at USF, I would like to say that we are at the forefront of this discourse, especially when it comes to the Central region. And the Central region includes the Middle East, Central Asia, South Asia, and the Horn of Africa. These conferences we have been holding have covered a wide range of topics, from understanding different perspectives of various regions to tackling issues such as extremism and terrorism, the pandemic's impact, cybersecurity, and major events of our recent times like the 9/11 anniversary, the war in Afghanistan, the Ukraine conflict, and the rise of China. We have even gone into the deep future of war with discussions on unmanned and autonomous weapons and their ethical considerations. I'm excited to share some great news. GNSI and USF libraries have teamed up to acquire the Journal of Strategic Security, JSS. This is a big deal, guys. JSS is a 15-year, double-blind, peer-reviewed academic journal published every 3 months. It has international recognition with an impressive average of 15,000 full-text downloads monthly. The first GNSI published issue will come out at end of this month. If you want to learn more about the journal or how you can submit your article for publication, please see page 29 of the program of the conference and our website. And also, I would like to put Dr. Schnaufer Tad. Please find him if you want to find more information about the journal and how you can publish your article in it. And another news, one of GNSI's latest and exciting initiative is the Fellows Program. It brings together a diverse group of academics, practitioners, and industry leaders who share GNSI's vision. Currently, we have 3 fellows categories: senior faculty fellows, non-resident distinguished fellows, and non-resident senior fellows. We already have over 40 fellows across these categories, and these are just the first steps to building a broader network of in-residence and non-resident fellows. By the end of 2025, we expect our resident fellows to include high-profile individuals like former ambassadors, USAID executives, and senior military officers. The non-resident fellows will include former executive-level practitioners and rising scholars. And the person I would like, Dr. Dave Oakley, he's around. Please find him if you want more information about the Fellows Program. So now let's dive into our agenda. For the next 3 days, this event brings together leaders and experts from different fields to explore one key question: how can we leverage artificial intelligence and machine learning to enable faster and better analysis, decisions, and actions than our adversaries and competitors? Just a few of our Hall of Fame speakers include Dr. Kathleen Hicks, U.S. Deputy Secretary of Defense; General Brian Fenton, Commander, U.S. Special Operations Command; Vice Admiral Brad Cooper, Deputy Commander, U.S. Central Command; Ili Barakhtari, President and CEO of the Special Competitive Studies Project and former Executive Director of the National Securities Commission on Artificial Intelligence; Craig Martell, Chief Digital and Artificial Intelligence Officer for the U.S. Department of Defense; Kirsten Nelson, former Secretary of U.S. Homeland Security; and our very own General Frank McKenzie, GNSI Executive Director and former Commander of U.S. Central Command. We are honored to have 51 highly qualified speakers leading on the AI's leading voices. And just a note on the agenda, Mr. Eric Schmidt notified us late Friday afternoon that due to unforeseen obligations beyond his control, he would not be able to attend with us. That being said, we're thrilled to have his co-founder of the Special Competitive Studies Project, Eli Barakhtari, to join us. Both he and Craig Martell will speak on our final day, March 7, which will focus primarily on AI in industry, as well as Tampa Bay's role as one of the leading emerging tech cities in the country. So you will not want to miss that. So I want to see everyone on the third day. We want to keep the same energy for all 3 days. So let me briefly directly now to our conference program so you can follow along with our agenda and other exciting program features. Please see page 4 and 5 for welcoming messages from our president of USF, Ria Law, also from General Frank McKenzie, retired from U.S. Marine Corps and former commander of U.S. Central Command, and current executive director of the USF Global and National Security Institute and Cyber Florida. On page 11, you will find information on our peer-reviewed Great Power Competition book series, published by Springer Press. Our newest volume is scheduled for release later this spring, and you can order these books at Amazon, Springer Press, or anywhere else that you wish. Speakers and panelists' bios in the agenda are on the following pages, and on the back cover of the program, you'll find our upcoming events. So at this point, I would like to see everyone putting this on their calendars. The GNSI Policy Dialogue, the Iran Enigma Navigating Strategy and Security, April 10. Endangered Freedoms, Transnational Repression in North America, part of our policy dialogues, on May 15. The next GNSI Tampa Summit and the 10th GPC, Collective Security Architecture in the Middle East, which is now will be on September 24th and 25. And the conference on Afghanistan is now on November 13th and 14th. And the fifth domain, a cyber policy summit on December 5. So as you can see, our agendas are quite filled with the current events. Let's move on to a brief overview of today's agenda. First, we will kick off the conference with welcoming remarks from General Frank McKenzie, followed by a video message from Congresswoman Laurel Lee. We are honored to have with us this morning keynote speaker, Vice Admiral Brad Cooper, Deputy Commander, United States Central Command. The opening remarks and keynote address will be followed by a short networking break from 9:55 to 10:15. And just a note on the networking, we listen to you. We listen to the comments, and one of the things that we received constantly was to allow more time and space for networking, because this is exactly what this is. So we have provided the room back there where you can have your coffee and everything else, and for us to network and get together. So that's just another way for us to interact and listen to your comments. Following the break, our first panel discussion will examine how artificial intelligence is transforming national security. After our morning panel, we'll hear from our featured speaker, the Honorable Kathleen Hicks, U.S. Deputy Secretary of Defense. This will be followed by a lunch break until 1 p.m. Please return promptly at 1 p.m. for a fireside chat with the Honorable Kirstjen Nielsen, former U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security, and General Frank McKenzie. At 1:15, we'll begin our second panel to examine artificial intelligence in the great power competition. A short break will follow until 3:15 when we return for panel 3, which delves with the role of AI-powered disinformation in conflict. We're truly fortunate to have with us such notable speakers and panelists with us today. This outstanding lineup is another example of how GNSI and the GPC initiative furthers USF's growth as a global partner.